It's welcome to the winner of the Mailman tonight. Tonight's Wednesday night. After 1 week hiatus, we are here with some of the Cougar baseball team, Coach Mike Jones. Brianna, we brought in the Cougar baseball team because it is baseball season.
Yes, it is. They start on Saturday, actually.
They start on Saturday. You guys are going where?
We're going to Roswell, New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico. No aliens here. So we'll go see them there. We're just going to go around the room right now. We're going to introduce the guys here or have them introduce themselves. And we'll start here with...
Jack Jones, sophomore outfielder for Western Nebraska here.
I'm Quinn McCafferty, and I play shortstop, and this is my second year.
I'm Dawson Hurford, and I'm a right-handed pitcher, and this is my second year.
I'm Joe Kinneberg. I'm a third baseman, and this is my second year here too. Wait, third, yeah.
You gotta love baseball players. I'm a right-handed pitcher. I like that. That's how it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. So, well, she's winding up, and I know Coach Jones he's spent enough time on the little fields during the summertime that he could probably work with you a little bit.
I know for a fact I can't pitch anymore, and I would love to not pitch anymore after getting hit in the head. I'm good. I preferred my place behind the plate.
So that's what happened. Got hit in the head?
In record.
As you
I played everything, though.
As you can see, the winner is clear across the table from the Mailman, so I can pretty much say anything I want right now. But so, Coach Jones, I've been following this team for a long time. Been around this team. We talked a little bit before the camera started rolling about this team. What makes this team different this year? I mean, I know you've had good teams in the past, and you guys have been rolling the last couple of years, and I know you put together another good one this year, Coach. Tell me what separates these guys.
Wow, man. This team's got a chance to be really good. Let's see how it all plays out. But right now, I think what separates this team maybe from some of the others is just maybe the camaraderie, the work ethic, and the determination of the guys that they just want to repeat another championship. So the focus and attitude of practice has been outstanding.
And Jack, I know you've been around these teams for a long time.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to kind of throw the same question to you because, not only being on the team, but you've also been around the team pretty much your whole life.
Yeah.
And, being a sophomore, being a leader, being an outfielder, what excites you about this team this year?
I mean, especially like being on the team last year and like seeing how we developed throughout the season and where we ended up at the end of the season. I think that right now I feel like we've got a head start a little bit this year since we have so many returners from last year's team, and I mean we're getting back into it already. So I feel like we have a chance to, I guess, leap ahead of the team last year with all the experience and all the returners and stuff.
Kind of picking up where you left,
exactly.
Where you let off.
Yeah.
Coach, what did you guys finish last year? I mean, I know you guys finished the season strong, but
Yeah, we finished, I don't know wins and losses. Anybody know wins and losses?
That doesn't matter. I mean, how about Region 9?
Yeah, we won the Region 9 championship. Region 9 championship. Then we headed off to the Western District down in Prescott, Arizona. So it was us and Yavapai and Central Arizona and Southern Nevada. Which, right now, but Central Arizona's ranked, I don't know, 5th. Southern Nevada's like 12.
Was Southern Nevada?
Yeah, not in that tournament.
Not in that tournament, okay.
So, I mean, it was, all those guys are ranked in the top 15. Then you got Western Nebraska. We're in there just battling our guts out.
Well, you talk about that, but what people need to understand is the experience you guys get from playing teams like that. I mean, you're talking about some of the best junior college players in the entire country.
Entire country, for sure.
And, I mean, didn't Bryce Harper play down there somewhere?
Southern Nevada, yeah.
So, Brianna?
So obviously there's a lot of returners, but there's also a lot of freshmen that have come on. So how have you guys been, obviously, meshing with them, or how's been practices?
I feel like it's a lot easier to get the freshmen into it because we have the age, like Jack said, like we have a bunch of returners, and like we can pass down to them information that we learned in a way that they're gonna understand a lot faster, and they can apply it to their game really fast. Yeah.
I just say the culture has just been there since day one. We're here to win, and we want to repeat a championship.
Yeah, I would totally agree with these guys. I mean, there's definitely a lot of talented freshmen that have stepped in. A lot of guys. And so what's been impressive is just how the older guys have embraced those guys and brought them into the culture make sure that the expectations were there, make sure everybody is held accountable, and understand that in order to win another championship, things have got to be going in the same direction as one unit, right? We can't be all spread apart. And so, you know, these guys with all the experience, and it's not just these four. I mean, we've got 12, 13 guys that have really stepped up and really formed a nice unity and got us going in the right direction.
So obviously, season starts this week. So what are all of you looking forward to, I guess, as the season begins and then as it progresses?
I'm just looking forward to get back on the field and see where we stand as a team and how we play with each other. Because in the fall, you get a sense of it, but once you move on and you get into the actual season, it's a different story. Some teams will buy in and then some teams won't, and you really see who is buying into it.
So I know game situations are far different than practices.
Yeah.
So is there anybody else that wanted to add to that?
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to playing. That's just been everything I've wanted to do since, November? Yeah, since our last game. And I've just been looking forward to playing. And I just can't wait to get on the field.
Talk a little bit about the Region 9 guys and what you know about the teams in the region.
We got a pretty good conference, and I always love playing against our conference schedule, and seeing all the talent that there is in there. But I think getting our guys to understand that there's a target on our back is going to be huge, because we got to take our game to that next level, even more so than the expectation usually is.
It's easy to lay back in the weeds, isn't it? I mean, and it definitely is, and it's easy to be the juggernaut. Now, people are going to be gunning for you, and you kind of feel like you have something to lose, Coach. I mean, do you kind of?
Oh, you're correct, 100%. I mean, no doubt that we're going to get everybody's best game. You know, when we show up to play, we know that the opponent is they're going to give us everything they got. Everybody wants a piece of what we have, but it's up to us to stay focused on what we can do, be prepared for it. We understand we're going to get everybody's best, and that's fine. You know, bring on everybody's best. It's what we want. So we're going to be looking forward to that challenge.
Absolutely. Who stands out in the region this year?
Western Nebraska.
Well, okay. No. Hey, no, that was a good one. You got me on that one, Coach. I guess I should have reiterated that one. Who stands out other than Western?
Yeah, I mean, Trinidad's got some really good pitching. We know some of the guys that they have returning. We've seen them a little bit in the fall and some of the sophomore stuff. Southeast is going to bring back a whole bunch of athletes. They've got quite a few guys that are going to be in their lineup that saw a lot of innings a year ago. McCook's got one really, really talented pitcher, and then their bullpen's going to be pretty good. And they returned some guys in their lineup as well. I don't know a lot about Lamar Otero.
Well, Lamar's always had good pitching.
Yeah, Lamar's always had some guys.
Now, we talked a little bit about pitching. The Region 9's always been known for really good pitching, and I think it's kind of a big deal. You know, what do you think our pitching staff, how it mounts up to the rest of them?
I think for sure this year has been the best pitching staff we've had in a while. Definitely talent-wise, from what Coach has brought on as freshmen, I haven't seen a freshman class of pitchers that good in a while. And then as for returners, we have very good starters. And there's still a role that needs to be filled for sure. Like, nothing's confirmed, but I think that we have a really good starting four for our games.
And this is because I'm a geek. I mean, what's the mix look like for you guys? Lefties, righties?
Mainly, I think righties, we have 2 for starters as of right now, and then 2 are lefties, which is good because we can balance it out for the teams that we play. And then for the bullpen, I'm not sure. It's pretty much the same. More righties a little bit.
So how's the depth in all the other positions?
The depth is good. Maybe we're a little light on outfielders, maybe, but
Jack can cover it all.
yeah, he can just play every game. But you know, in the outfield, we can always move. We can move some guys around. Right? We can fill that spot in for sure. You know, it's going to be important for us to just stay focused on getting at bats, understanding what we got to do to get better, riding all these waves of the ups and downs. You know, all these things are going to happen to us, and they all get it. And so, you know, as far as the depth is concerned, let's, you know, take it one day at a time and everybody attack it as hard as they need to, and then, we'll take it one day.
And Coach talked a little bit about the camaraderie. These guys got to be your best friends, right?
Right, yeah, and talking about that, like coming in as a freshman last year, all of us at second base last year, we all became best friends, with Serge and EJ and Joe, and then we all are still in that same position, and we're still working together, even though not all of us play every single game. We're still wanting each other to have the best season we can.
Okay, so you're facing Mexico Military Institute.
Right.
So what do they look like in terms of like playing and obviously your game plan going in?
Yeah, I mean, our game plan is really just to focus on ourselves. I mean, these games are all about us getting on a field and getting a chance to play. But I know that their number one guy that we're going to see is really good, from what I understand. I mean, velocity is up there, 92-ish. Command of the strike zone with the breaking ball. So can't wait to see that.
Great guys.
Yeah, man. we're gonna put our guys out there and give them a chance to see all that right away. Behind him, they've got more solid pitching. From what I understand, their pitching staff is their strength. And so it'll be good for us to get a chance to go in and play 4 games and get a chance to see it, and, talk about it, talk about what we see, talk about how we adjusted to it and how it impacted.
So since all of you were returners, how do you feel about being able to come back and play for the Cougar baseball team again?
Well,
Start over there.
I
Move
think
Start
away.
with single down.
it's great, my first year here was when the COVID pandemic happened, and that was tough because that was right in the middle of our season, and if COVID didn't happen, I would be gone from here already. But I feel like I've really lucked out. Not to be selfish about the pandemic or anything, but I feel like I've really lucked out being able to come here for a 3rd year and be able to have another experience and try to win again.
I'm the same way. I feel like I've lucked out in that sense, but as well, I just feel grateful that I can keep playing baseball here, getting to meet new guys, great kids, and we just get to play together, have fun, and it's just a fun ride, compete.
Yeah, kind of to build off what Dawson said, I like what he said, just we get to play together and do what we love, because we all came here to play baseball, and it just happens that all these guys are our best friends, and I think that's something you can't take for granted.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun playing on a team that wants to win, full of guys that, I mean, are your like best friends, just like what Quinn said, and just having like the camaraderie around you, and to come back for a 2nd year after how the first year went, I'm really excited.
Well, everybody, the Cougars, you guys play at Cleveland Field. You guys go to the Cougar Athletic site. You can find the schedule, right? Is it up now?
Yeah.
Mark, get it up? Yeah. Please get out and watch these guys play baseball. These guys are great baseball players. They come out here and work hard. They deserve fans in the stands. They deserve people coming out, watching, listening to Doug Jones call the game.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Doug does do a great job. I mean, even though they passed me up for the job. But anyway, come out and watch these guys. Cleveland Field. Go to, is it Cougar Athletics? WNCC Cougar Athletics, whatever the website is. Go on there, find the baseball, check out the roster, check these guys out. Come out and watch them this year. I mean, they could really use your help. Defending Region 9 champions, they're a great baseball team, coached by some great coaches, and we'd love to see you guys out there. For me, that's all I got. Brianna.
Do you guys want to add anything?
Go Cougars.
Yeah,
Go Cougs.
Yeah.
Roll Cougs.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
So for more sports coverage, you can go to star-herald.com or you can pick up a print edition, and we will see you all next week.